The MLB season is like a tidal wave of excitement for its fans. The anticipation of watching their beloved players and teams in action is electric. However, there are moments when things take an unexpected turn, leaving fans disappointed, even angry and saddened. But there's a shared curiosity among everyone, the burning desire to uncover the reasons behind this whirlwind of events. They want to know who's pulling the strings, responsible for all this commotion and chaos in the world of baseball. Well, we know you are also interested to know, so be with us till the end of the video to get all the information. In the 2023 MLB regular season, 5 teams won more than 90 games. Surprisingly, all 5 of these teams were knocked out of the playoffs even before the league championship series began. First, the Tampa Bay Rays and Milwaukee Brewers were swept out in the wild card round. Then, the Baltimore Orioles, who had the best record with 101 wins, lost to the 90-win Texas Rangers. The Los Angeles Dodgers, with 100 wins, were also swept, this time by the 84-win Arizona Diamondbacks. Even the Atlanta Braves, with 104 wins and considered a top contender, lost in a 3-1 series to the 90-win Phillies. And by this time nobody knows what the hell is happening and why, but it generates a wave of anger among fans. However, only the Houston Astros, with 90 wins, managed to avoid the upset trend and made it to their 7th consecutive American League Championship Series. For the first time in a full season, all 4 teams in the League Championship Series won 90 games or fewer. The regular season didn't predict the outcome of the 2023 postseason. Teams that won 91 or more games had a dismal 1-13 playoff record, while teams with 90 games or fewer had a strong 21-9 record in the playoffs. The MLB playoffs are often more unpredictable than those of other sports leagues, both in theory and in practice. Well, that's a fact. Here's an example to help you understand. In the NBA, the best team usually wins in about 80% of playoff series. To have the same success rate in the NFL, you'd need to play a best-of-11 series, and in the NHL, a best-of-51 series. But in MLB, it would take a best-of-75 series to match that level of predictability. This means that more often in baseball, the team that looks the strongest on paper doesn't win the World Series, which is different from other major American sports where the best team usually wins. In a couple of cases, the teams in the playoff series were closer in strength than their regular season. For example, Philadelphia was 12 games behind Atlanta at one point, but in the second half of the season, they played almost as well as Atlanta. In the American League, the Texas Rangers had better underlying statistics than the Baltimore Orioles, even though their regular season records didn't show it. When the playoffs arrived, the teams that had done well in the regular season didn't have the same lineup due to injuries, especially among their pitchers. Many top pitchers were unable to play in the playoffs for teams with more than 90 wins. It's like having an all-star team of injured pitchers. So it's a mixture of excitement and disappointment. For instance, the Atlanta Braves had to rely on a rookie and pitchers who were dealing with injuries. The Los Angeles Dodgers had similar challenges due to injuries and the absence of a key pitcher. Well, all these things give them a major setback. Along with these issues, their starting pitchers contributed to their playoff losses. Not only were the pitchers a problem, but the offenses of the top teams like Atlanta and Los Angeles also struggled. Even though they had strong regular season performances, they couldn't score as many runs in the playoffs. Some of their star players, like Ronald Acuna Jr., Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Matt Olson, didn't perform well in the postseason. It's possible that the break between the regular season and the playoffs affected their performance. Some believe that the long break disrupted their rhythm. In any case, these teams faced tough opponents in the playoffs, and it led to unexpected results. And this caused a complete tumble-down to the playoff. Teams that have longer breaks between games have done well in the first game of a playoff series. This challenges the idea that too much rest is a bad thing in the rest versus rust debate. The current playoff format has some issues. With the wild card round now being a best of 3 instead of just one game, the winners of that round don't face any disadvantages when they go up against the top-seeded teams. They can use their best starting pitchers in Game 1 of the next round. This puts extra pressure on the top-seeded teams to win the first game because they might have to face a strong pitcher from the wild card winning team in the second game. Although the results don't always go in favor of the team with the starting pitcher advantage, this is something that Major League Baseball should think about. One way to address this would be to remove the day off between the end of the wild card round and the start of the next round. However, this might cause issues with TV schedules and travel plans. There are other ideas for improving the playoff format, like reseeding teams after the wild card round to give an advantage to the best teams. Another suggestion is to expand the playoff field from 12 to 16 teams, as was done in the shortened 2020 season. This would prevent long breaks for the top regular season teams. However, it might also remove the benefit of automatically qualifying for the next round, making things more unpredictable. In baseball, any team can beat another in a short series. This unpredictability is not limited to the playoffs. Even in the regular season, teams with poor records can surprise strong teams. This is why baseball can be so exciting and surprising. In 2020, a model showed that a 16-team playoff setup makes it rare for the best teams to meet in the World Series. Expanding the playoffs could create chaos and affect regular season incentives. While in 2020, the top 2 seeds made the World Series, it was an unusual event, with fewer days off favoring strong pitching. MLB has a history of expanding the playoffs, raising the question of whether the postseason should crown the best team or be an exciting and unpredictable tournament. Balancing the interests of team owners, TV executives, and fans who want the best team to win is challenging. In 2023, top-seeded teams faced unexpected vulnerabilities, leading to surprising outcomes. The structure of baseball makes short playoff series more likely to produce surprises, so early exits for high-seeded teams may become more common. So let's see what happens in the future. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel today. We hope you enjoyed the content as much as we enjoyed creating it for you. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or informative, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on our latest uploads. If you have any questions, suggestions, or topics you'd like to see us cover in future videos, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below.